Right. So, EA. We were talking about EA. So, it looks like EA has recently revealed that they're going to be showing us an IP that's been around for a while, but that they just haven't had a game come out for a long time. And there is supposed to be an EA reveal,
EA Play
showcase or something. Yeah, EA Play. There you go.
In
July,
right?
Yeah, so they're supposed to be showing a lot of games over there. And this revival of an old IP is supposed to be one of the games that they're going to be showcasing.
There's speculation. I wanted to know, what do you think it is? Or, okay, let me ask you what you think it is, and also, is that what you want it to be? What you think it is it what you want to be?
I'm honestly not really sure exactly what it could be. It's been a while since I've looked at EA's like large category.
Well, remember, this is a game that supposedly is being revitalized, an old IP. You know, like you put a question mark there of what I think that you thought it was.
Yeah, there's definitely been rumors of Dead Space being the thing. And I guess that's because when the person was announcing it, he mentioned as long as they're not dead before it arrives. So they keyed in on the word dead, and they're looking at all the old EA games, and Dead Space happens to be one of them.
I would love that.
Dead Space was an awesome game.
Awesome game.
So for them to bring it back and for it to be new would be crazy. You know, I feel like that would be what rivaled Returnal, right? Because it would be kind of like the same type-ish game.
Absolutely, but
see,
I would prefer Dead Space because it's not roguelike.
Not a rogue, yeah.
Right.
But you know, as far as like that,
that
creepy aspect, or
alien
whatever.
sci-fi,
right.
Shoot him, you know.
So, you know, it could be Dead Space or whatever. But I mean, how long has it been since we had a Dragon Age?
Well, Dragon Age 4 is coming out. That's not
right.
This isn't.
And it's been announced.
This isn't that old IP being revitalized.
Yeah.
The only other game that I could think of other than like Dragon Age or Dead Space would be like, in my mind, Old Knights of the Old Republic. And I do know that there were some words of that.
There was some talk about, but the dude said that it wasn't going to be a Star Wars game though.
Oh, he said that it wasn't going to be Star Wars?
Yeah.
So there isn't a whole lot to glean here that's an old IP that we would want to be revitalized. It really only comes down to a few. Right. And it's the more and more you remove things from the equation, the more and more it looks like Dead Space is the answer. That's a huge hint. Hope you're not dead before it arrives.
You would think, but I feel like there's so much shit that people be saying and doing that like you run into so much
I don't
speculation.
know what else could it be? Titanfall? I mean, that's not old enough, is it?
I mean, it kind of like died, right?
It did kind of die. Enough to Titanfall 2 kind of failed
to be needing to get revived, right?
I just don't know what else it could be, man.
I don't know.
Burnout Paradise? That'd be cool.
Ooh, a new Burnout game would be nice.
Cool. Like,
I feel like they've needed to do another.
They need
Burnout.
to revitalize that, right?
Yeah, for sure.
So maybe Burnout Paradise. I would love that. Shout out to my sister. She would love that too. We talked about that this weekend.
Yeah. Ellie for sure would like that.
You know, so like that would be really neat. But if it's not Star Wars, then that's really all we're left with is like Titanfall. It's not Battlefield. That's already coming out. It's not any of their sports games because those are steady.
They stay coming out. Those are steady. That's not an old IP.
You know, so what else can it be? If it's not Star Wars, you're left with Titanfall, Burnout, or Dead Space. And of those three, I like all three of those. I would probably. How would you rank those? What would you want? What would be out of those three you want?
All right, give them to me again.
Number
Burnout.
one, Burnout, Dead Space, or Titanfall.
F Titanfall. I was never really a big fan of Titanfall.
You never in Titanfall?
So I don't care about Titanfall.
You might.
I know it was. I know it was a popular thing.
You might like Titanfall too.
But I would probably have to say, Burnout or Dead Space. I really enjoyed Dead Space, but I also really enjoyed Burnout. Now I would assume that Wreckfest was probably like as close to a Burnout as we would get.
Yeah,
currently, but I haven't really played. I haven't played
Wreckfest
yet. So, I would say just because of my love for like story driven, games, RPGs, different things like that, I would have to say Dead Space. Like I would hope that, people have claimed that Dead Space is it and that it is it. But we won't be able to find out until July.
You might have to look it up or something. I don't know. But did Dead Space take a hit in sales in Dead Space 3? Because we have Dead Space 1, 2, and 3, right?
Right.
And then it just vanished off the face of the planet. Was there was it a bad sales game?
Like a reason why?
Yeah, like why would it fail? I would just think you would think Dead Space would last. It was such a well done game.
Yeah.
You would think that it would last the test of time. It would win that test.
It looks like Dead Space 3 sold about 605,000 copies.
That's why. That's not very good.
How
much did Dead Space 2 sell?
I don't know if that's within.
How many copies?
That's at a month. Let me see, like in total.
Because I would like to see how it did compare to Dead Space 2.
Yeah, 605,000 copies. Dead Space 2 sold 4 million.
Well, that's why they got rid of it then, right? 4 million. Yeah, you're right.
That could be it. 4 million.
Yeah.
I mean, that would be...
that's not a month. That's what it sold.
Yeah.
Oh, it's just saying in its debut, so it must not sold much after that. So they didn't even get to 1 million copies sold on Dead Space 3. So somehow, Dead Space 2 to 3, people no longer wanted to play it.
Yeah, I'm not sure what would have happened in that. That would have made it go down. I think I played Dead Space 3.
I did too. I think we played all 3 of them.
I'd have to go back and check in my console's history and see if I got any trophies for Dead Space 3.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's weird though. But yeah, I mean, if it sold 605,000 copies compared to selling like 4 million,
that's why it got cut.
That's a huge difference.
That's why it got cut.
Yeah.
Because you're like, it's only going to go down.
I could see Jim Ryan nixing that quick.
Do you think this is like a Dead Space reboot, like go back to Dead Space 1 kind of thing, or like a Dead Space 4?
I would hope not. I would hope that they wouldn't do a remake or something like that. Yeah, I do not want to see a remake.
What about just like a reboot of the series? So it's not a direct copy.
I wouldn't mind a reboot.
Kind of like what they did with God of War.
Or kind of like what they did with Prey. How they changed Prey around. Right. I don't know if it did that well though, but
like you relaunch, you remarket and relaunch it.
Yeah.
And start from scratch. And just call it Dead Space again?
I mean, if I got a Dead Space, right, just a new, it's going to be in space. So you give me another scenario or whatever. But, it's in 4K and 60 frames per second. Like, I'm there. Like, you know what I mean? We was playing shit in 30. And not even in 4K, 1080p
we were having a grand old time.
So, I mean, yeah, and it was fun. So, I could only imagine what it would be like if you had to play it in 60. But I could see there being a lot of type of comparisons with, like,
sound?
Returnal, with the way it looks and stuff. Yeah, and then just imagine incorporating the DualSense controller.
I meant to ask you on Returnal, did you feel the little raindrops and stuff?
Yeah, I was feeling freaking raindrops. I was feeling ground vibrations and other shit, and I was like, dude, why is my shit moving, man? Is there something about to pop up on me? Because like I did not understand why. Didn't the raindrops feel dope though? Like that's unique to that controller. I've never felt nothing like that. Like specific dots. Right. The controller. Yeah, because it was just like it was like boom, 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 boom. It was like this. Yeah, the little tinkles.
Yeah, little tinkles all over your hands. Yeah. That was really neat. Anyways,
yeah, for sure. But
like you're right. Like this has a parallel to Returnal in that sense,
right?
And just reboot
with the alien
with
and
the high
being
quality
in the space
graphics.
Suit, and then kind of over the shoulder type shit.
Absolutely.
It would definitely.
It's not quite as fast paced, but just the
I could see
aura,
fast
dude. A fast paced Dead Space, interesting.
But I mean, it would definitely.
I don't see that appeals more to me. Where I'm not, the game's not over when I die.
Right.
I would like that more.
Yeah.
In the Dead Space vibe.
Right. You misstepped.
That's actually a cool comparison, even more so than like Dark Souls for Eternal. Had it been more like a Dead Space, make it a tad more creepy. Right. And where you don't die over and over again.
Yeah.
Like, that would have been a cool little way to
go. You got your checkpoints or whatever that you hidden in the story, but you
you
upgrade
your weapons, you find new weapons. Yeah.
But with that, they would have had to like they would have had to do more with the worlds. You know what I mean? They would have had to make more biome variations.
Well, that's why I said add a couple more biomes, and now you have a full-length game.
Right.
You don't need to make a roguelike to get
no
more playtime
rearranging or anything like that. The map is set the way it is, but you got a couple more biomes, and you just got to make it through and get to the boss. So they'd probably be a bit larger. There would probably be more biomes, and they'd be larger.
Yeah.
At that point.
Yeah, absolutely. It would be a little bit larger.
Yeah.
But that's fine because you want the game to be 10 to 15 hours, right?
Mm-hmm.
So
yeah. So I know I had mentioned Dragon Age 4 before, but it looks like there's talks of an alpha that's supposed to be coming out and this year
on the PlayStation,
possibly in July, maybe around the same time that this EA reveal comes out. But yeah, it's supposed to be like, you know, just like a little demo or whatever, allowing you to play Dragon Age 4. I think they discovered it somehow, right? They were picking
leaked
through some data, some PlayStation
data.
And
a new leak, to be believed, an alpha build of Dragon Age 4 might be coming to PlayStation next month, so July, like you said.
Yeah.
The leak comes from an unofficial PlayStation Games-sized Twitter account, which was quick to point out that an alpha hasn't been added to the database, but they believe that a test version is coming. This apparently is happening ahead of the July EA Play event, which is set to kick off on July 22nd. So I think we'll definitely learn more about Dragon Age 4, which I'm excited about. I mean, I know we've had this conversation before.
Yeah.
You weren't a fan. You like Dragon Age.
I like Dragon Age 1 and... How many are there? There's 3, right?
3. So you like Dragon Age 1 and 2.
I think 1 and 2 I liked,
you didn't
but
like
Inquisition I didn't care for.
Right.
Because I felt like it was more of the same shit and I was playing the same stuff and it got boring and it just wasn't interesting at all.
It was, but I still enjoyed it just because I like Dragon Age and I like the whole Mass Effect kind of, you know,
right. The Mass
genre.
Effect, well, the Mass Effect genre. The Mass Effect type of genre is how I even got into Dragon Age.
Right.
But same I just felt like it was inadequate. I mean, I've felt that the last Mass Effect was inadequate.
Absolutely.
For being a Mass Effect.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? So
yeah.
I definitely didn't pick up Andromeda or anything like that.
Yeah, I don't consider Inquisition to be like a masterpiece of any kind, but I still consider it a good game. It was well received by critics, which we've discussed before. But I like it, and so like I don't know which setting I like better. I don't know if I like the medieval setting or the space setting better, but I like the Mass Effect mechanic, and I like going into a new setting and playing that mechanic that's not in space. You know,
which is why Guardians of the Galaxy will be so great.
Right.
It's because
Guardians of the Galaxy might scratch that itch.
Yeah.
But we haven't had Dragon Age in a long time. And so, like, I would be excited for it. I'm looking forward to it. But I do agree. The one thing I do agree with you on Inquisition is that it overstays its welcome. I do think, like, they have you doing the same exact thing for a very long period of time. Like, listening to arguments and talking for, like, a very long period of time.
Right.
Which makes you kind of want to quit and makes you leave a bad taste in your mouth.
So I'll put it like this, right? So there's quite a few games that we've come across in our years of playing that have been pretty atrocious, right? How do you feel about Thief?
A 6. I don't think it's trash, but it gets down there.
Right.
It gets down there.
It was pretty bad, right?
It was bad. I don't think...
Fred, as much as they were hyping the game up and showcasing it...
Yeah, it definitely wasn't good. It goes down to, like, fair. Okay. I think I would say okay. It was okay.
Right. So I'm trying to...
I think it was okay.
So the reason why I'm asking about Thief is it's got like...
We were hyped about that one, man. I know we were super pumped for that, bro.
Right, because we were thinking it was going to be like
Dishonored,
like, or something like that. Yeah.
Splinter Cell, high quality.
It ended up not being it. You know, so I can't even... I don't know.
Is that what you're worried about with this one?
No.
Or is that what Inquisition did to you?
Metacritic gave it a 67 or whatever.
Okay, so, well, it's about a 6 in my book.
Essentially, what I was bringing up Thief is that I've actually finished Thief, right? As bad as it was, I still finished Thief.
Yeah.
With Dragon Age Inquisition, I did not want to finish it. I purchased it and did not finish it. So, majority of games, if they're bad, I may still finish it, but this did not make me want to finish it whatsoever. So that's all I was comparing it to.
Part of it,
like I've finished a lot
of it is the length
I finished
too,
bad
though,
games.
Right? Thief is a much shorter game.
Yeah, Thief is short, but it seems like it would be easier for you to just like be like, fuck this game, and you know, and then go and sell it. You know what I mean? Because it's short. Like you just why would I? Even
but didn't you put quite a few hours into Inquisition before you gave up on it?
I gave it.
Give up on it
the good college try.
Yeah,
but
you probably put like a dozen hours into it, right?
I don't know. I'd have to go back and then come back.
If you look at your PlayStation,
in the comments, I'll check below and see if I
put lots of hours
recall what time it was.
And I got burnt out on it. So like sometimes I hear your point, but I sometimes try to separate games in the sense of a category of burnout versus it's just bad enough I don't want to play anymore. Right? Where some games I get burnt out on and I never finish them. But it doesn't mean that I didn't really enjoy the time I had spent with them.
Yeah, well, I didn't enjoy the Dragon Age story. I didn't enjoy the story. I didn't like the way it looked. I don't think I enjoyed playing because nothing is like crazy memorable to me about except for the shit that I saw in it.
I thought it was, well, it was just for me. It was the standard Mass Effect Dragon Age formula.
Yeah.
That I enjoy that formula in general.
Right.
So I enjoyed my time with it. And I know there were some zones that I enjoyed. Like there was like a zombie zone that I had a fun time playing through, and collecting loot and stuff was pretty fun.
Yeah.
But it overstayed its welcome in my book. And so because of that, like I finished Dragon Age. I didn't finish Inquisition. So like I hear you. I'm just saying, so this game doesn't rise to that level of good in my opinion.
Yeah.
Like where I agree with you. But I never would consider it like garbage. Like I would consider, medium, like what you told me, that would be like garbage to me. Like some games would be garbage. It's hard to even think of garbage games. Can you even think of a game that's just garbage that we played? I mean, it's hard for me to imagine like a game that's absolute trash. Like it's hard for me to think Destruction All-Stars. Like, I mean, I don't know like what game is like trash. Yeah.
We ain't really play it, so you can't really give our say on it.
Because we learned it was trash before we even tried it. But
yeah, the idea of it or whatever.
It's hard for me.
I'd say Medium wasn't trash. It was just, it was a meh game. You know what I mean? Right. It looked good. As far as like graphics, which is what like Andromeda was too. Good.
It's meh. It's okay.
Yeah, but I feel like Inquisitions didn't check a lot of boxes on my list. But that's whatever. That's an old ass game. The fact that they're still pushing forward with Dragon Age 4 is cool. Hopefully we'll be able to see some stuff from EA Play. Maybe get to see like some actual gameplay and them going through like a level or scenario, and that'll be cool. But I'm probably gonna be cool off of Dragon Age 4 unless I see something that just really entices me, because I feel like most of my energy for that type of game would be put into Guardians of the Galaxy, which is coming out this year. So I feel like I would be more inclined to jump on Guardians of the Galaxy than on Dragon Age 4 at this point. But that I did enjoy the previous Dragon Ages before the Inquisition. It's just that once I had like 3 games of the same type,
maybe
it was
burnout too,
and then it did not even look good. It just was kind of like, damn. And then
it was like a PS3 game, right? It's a very old game.
I think Dragon Age Inquisition came out for the PS4.
It did, but I think it was launched on the PS3 as well, wasn't it? Dragon Age Inquisition PS3.
I don't know.
So I mean, like maybe that's why it didn't look that good to you.
Dragon Age Inquisition. Let me see what consoles it came out for. It came out for the PlayStation 3.
Yeah,
and then it also came out for the 4.
Yeah, so that's why I think it didn't look that good to you, man.
Yeah,
because it's an old game. Like it is a really old game. It's been a long time since we've seen Dragon Age. And I think like
that was back in 2014 too.
Yeah, exactly. So it's an old game. It's not going to look that great, but I think that it hit the mark for like the Dragon Age standard, like what we come to expect from a Dragon Age game. I don't think it was like trash in the sense that Mass Effect Andromeda was. But I do agree that it overstayed its welcome. I do agree with you on that. I do agree it was more faulty. It has more faults than the other Dragon Ages do.
Yeah.
Than 1 and 2 had. Absolutely.
Yeah. But moving on. So
I got you.